Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGenEd. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts, like the chart behind me, which is of NEO, ticker symbol NIO. And so here I am recording this on Monday, November 18th, after the market has closed. And NEO is up about 4% on the day, closing at a price of $4.67, but then going up about a percent more in the after hours. And so, yeah, I wanted to follow up on the chart because it did something that I thought it might do, was hoping it wouldn't do. But, I think that we did come to a level that it was good to have a plan for. And that level, of course, is this 786 from this Fibonacci retracement here at $4.50.3. As we did pierce it, it looks like last Thursday on the 14th, we hit a low of $4.43 before putting in this little hammer candle here, coming to a low of $4.36 last Friday, but closing the week at $4.49, right around that Fibonacci level. Today, we did get a bounce going up, like I said, 4%, putting in a spinning top, though, so that could suggest indecision that it could be going to the upside or the downside. So this bounce that we saw may be short-lived, especially with earnings coming up on the 20th, so that is Wednesday, and their earnings call will be in the morning at 7 a.m. Eastern. So if you want to tune into that, I will put a link to their investor relations website down below so you can tune in. But I have to say that NEO earnings calls can be a little tough because there's a lot of time with translation. So, I think it's good to just kind of, wait for the report and see how the chart responds. But since we did pull back to this level, I'm feeling pretty good that that could be a bottom. However, if it does continue lower, some levels that might stand out as support here, right around this level, we see this consolidation here, those tops. Maybe that would be acting as support right around $4.12 where the cursor is, but maybe $4.20, just having fun with the number, or the whole dollar number of $4 a share. Maybe price could be coming down to that level. It also, though, could be coming down to this prior low of 361. And if that does happen, that again could be another good dip buying opportunity. But again, the last time I made a video on NEO, I believe it was on the 30th of October, and I was talking about this being a nice dip buy relative to the highs right here. That was at a discount, but now we're at an even greater discount. So I think it's good to really keep that in mind. Also, in the last video, I did talk about the golden pocket here. So these two fib levels between the 618 and the 65% retracement, that was right between $5 and about 6 cents up to about $5.19. We did consolidate there a little bit. It did look like we might be holding this uptrend as support, but we broke below to return to $4.50 at that 786. And so, with earnings coming up, I think it's a pretty precarious time to be holding the stock. Whether going long or short, it's tough to know how these stocks will respond to earnings. It's one thing that I have been thinking about is, all of this talk of tariffs, that there's kind of this scare, this fear that tariffs could really hold back non-US companies like NEO. And, really, I kind of view that as a rumor, that it's a, maybe sell the rumor, sell the fear that NEO may have a hard time. Chinese companies may have a hard time, selling their products in the U.S. And so, I kind of view this pullback as a little bit of an overreaction. I think there's a lot of talk. I think, sure, there might be some increase in tariffs next year in the new administration. But I think, a lot of it's probably talk. It's probably not going to be as aggressive as what's priced in. So I feel like with that and earnings coming up, having pulled back to the 786, I think that the bottom is closer now than it was over here, and I think that it could be rallying. Like I've said in the past videos, my price target for NEO is right around $8 a share, or at least moving towards that direction between now and June, because I personally have some calls, and while it's down, I plan on stacking more, but I am also planning and bracing for the possibility of price coming down to whether it's 361, 363, the low over here, or $4, 420, something like that. I want to be in a position where I can dip buy, because I think between now and June 20th, I think we could be seeing a pretty big rally. But, with that, there could be a bleed. And so I think it's good to be patient, good to wait, and good to be thinking about how this could rally and taking advantage of the discounts that we're seeing now. Just like over here, a lot of fear when it's right around $3.60, but that was a great dip buying opportunity, as just over the course of about 53 calendar days, so 36 trading days, price went up over 100% there. And so I think something similar could be happening, but heading up towards 8. And another thing to kind of support my bullish analysis on NEO, this comes from a tweet that I saw from Mr. Chart Norris. I don't know if you follow him, but he posted this over the weekend, so on Saturday, talking about Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA, which is a Chinese stock, going over the daily candle chart and how it is in this downtrending falling wedge or downtrending channel near the bottom, testing prior resistance over here, which then becomes support. And he's saying this is the exact chart you should trade, meaning that he thinks that this will be holding support and it will be rallying. And with that, since Alibaba, like NEO, is a Chinese stock, I feel that maybe we see another rally like we did see a couple months ago. And so what I posted here is this makes me think that NEO bottom could be in right around $4.50, which is the 786% Fibonacci retracement that I just went over, and a level that I talked about weeks ago. We closed the week at 749. So I'm wondering if Chinese stocks are getting ready to rumble, whether that's BABA, whether that's NEO, or others. I think that we could be seeing a pretty nice rip like we saw back over here with multiple legs to the upside. And I think this one could be going to 8, but I think it is good to have a plan for if it comes down to 420, $4, or $3.60, right around there. That will be setting up for more than a 100% rally, going from around 4 to around 8. And so I'm pretty excited about that, but I have to admit, a little anxious about earnings coming up. But with, if I take a step back here, look at the MACD, that has been negative for some time, but kind of flat, could be getting ready to turn around. Also, looking at the RSI, that has been putting in some bottoms here, looking like it's getting ready to turn around. Maybe we are getting ready to see a rally. Although the low that we recently saw on the 14th, so Thursday last week, was 35.15. So not yet getting to be sub 30 in that oversold territory. But when it was over here, the lowest that we saw was 31.59. So not sub 30. We don't necessarily have to see sub 30 again. And it also does look like, the bottoms here in the RSI, while this is a lower low, it looks like it's effectively forming a double bottom here, whereas we see lower lows in the stock price. And so while it's not super strong, that is bullish divergence, that this is flat, whereas this is showing lower lows. So I could definitely see a breakout following earnings, especially if we get some more volume behind it, if we start to hear some good news and that there is no concern around tariffs, whatnot, and that the company is looking forward to the future. Good guidance. I think we could be, doing a run like this before consolidating and then moving up to around 8. And so I could see it maybe bumping into some resistance around, let's see, $5.50, right around here, maybe up to $6 a share. Could be bumping into some resistance there, consolidating before then getting up to 7 and then beyond to the target of 8. But that might be months away, so good to be patient and, be just looking forward to when that does happen, as I do think it will happen, but it might take, like I said, months into the new year. June 20th is when those contracts expire. $8 strike. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are too. But, as always, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching, and take care, and good luck trading earnings.